Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sonic's final set of missions. That's not the final stage. Final Rush. You will see everything in this video but hard mode, that will be its own separate video. Right now, we're just collecting 100 rings, not too much of a challenge for the blue glare. Yes. Yeah, it's quite a bit named. There's some rings over here, you don't want to miss those. Because 10 rings is certainly worth that little small bit of time you have to do this. Get that. Smack that, smack it, smack everything in the world. There's some rings over here, but we're gonna miss them because, you know, because time. For some reason, I didn't expect it to, but the time needed to increase more than it was worth it to get those rings. Especially when, if the end of your run is you have 90 and you hit a 20 ring box, sometimes it's not worth it to go out of your way to get small amounts of rings. So we'll see if that's how it happens, but all I know is it took a lot less amount of time when I worried about, first of all, those rings that are up at the right there, and also took a lot less time with that small set of rings that started this conversation. So that's just kind of how that went. I know it doesn't seem like it, but trust me, if you try it yourself, you'll probably find that that's the way it is. And also part of the reason is you want 60 rings, not 70 or more, so that you get 80 right there, something like that. Try out for yourself. If you beat me and you prove me wrong, tell me. I'm interested to hear. But that's 100 rings the way I did it. Minute and 18. Yeah, because you're going really fast in that one segment where there's side rails to the right, and getting those rings to the side kind of takes a lot of stopping and slowing down. So I think that's how it worked out. All I know is the way I did it, the one way was faster than the other. So anyway, here's the Lost Chao. The last Lost Chao. That's not the last Lost Chao. Ah, see what I did there? Yes. The last Lost Chows would be very interesting, I assure you. Well, it's interesting to me. I find it fun. It's... sometimes you don't get it at first. So, we're gonna fly off this side. I'm proud of myself to say that I actually did it right when I was first playing this game without looking it up or anything. Yep. So the Lost Chao in this one is, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 7 or 8 in how far it is towards the end of the level. It's not at the end of the level, but the stage is so long that if you're even close to the end, you're pretty far off. But that's okay. We're grinding through. We're finding our way. Oh, this level is so awesome. Especially the view when you rise up above something and the earth is just looming there. I think they did a beautiful job designing these levels. These levels that are basically just a lot of rails and some platforms. Because you look awesome when you're grinding through space on rails. Trust me. Doesn't make sense that the rails are there, but it just looks awesome. So, you know, kudos to the design of this game. Kudos, Sonic Team. Kudos. Why don't you do stuff like this now? I mean, not that I hate newer games, such as some other people, but I have seen nothing that made me love Sonic the way Sonic Adventure 2 did. Does. It's still alive. Sonic Adventure 2 is still alive. Alright. And normally you can get that shortcut, but I didn't hit it with enough force apparently, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I don't do it all the time. I'm not able to do it all the time, so I'm not going to worry about it. You're still going to get an A if you do everything right. Alright, after this segment, we'll be really close to the Mystic Melody. Just gotta get up to the spring that's at the top of this series of platforms, which is right here. Nope. That's not the right spring. Well, it is the right spring, but it's not the final spring. The final spring. The final rush. The final chase. Alright, forget my nonsense. And smack that guy one. That rail that's back there leads to another area that I should have showed off. And I just realized while I was recording this that it was how you got up to other platforms that I could never find. Well, I could find them, but never noticed them until now. Well, when you're smart, you probably noticed those things the first time. I don't know how I didn't notice. And by the way, I'm avoiding the checkpoints so I don't get magnetic shield for reasons we've already gone over. I don't know how I didn't notice that random rail going back and up behind me. I mean, I noticed it, but I didn't notice that it was something that was leading to somewhere I hadn't been before. I don't understand why that did not occur to me. And that's our Mystic Melody right there that we're almost breezing past. So we're gonna stop. This next rail is kind of a pain in the butt to go up. Alright, let's see if we can do this right. Homing attack on it, don't just bounce it. And I'm kind of going off to the side here. Alright. Don't let myself go back because I don't want to kill myself here. Take 2. Well, this is take like 13 at this point, but you know. No, I will not be denied. Get up there! Come on, come on. There we go. Pain in the butt there. I don't know what the deal with that was. Well, we got up it, so you know the challenge. And this is why you do not want the magnetic shield, because you have to use these. And when you have the magnetic shield, it's not fun. Alright, so you get up there. Don't worry about all these side rails, those aren't really helpful. Just go up the way I'm going, straight down. And I thought I wasn't gonna make it there. Oh, sucker. I thought if I just rushed him, I'd get him. Lost Chao on a pedestal right there. Bam! Yes! And pose. Bloody 3 minute 58 second Lost Chao. Well, we have one more. It's gonna be a lot longer than that, because it's the final stage. And guess how far it is? On a scale of 1 to 10, it's 9 or 10. But don't worry, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right now, we got the time limit. Hard mode, again, will have to be separate from this video, so we'll show that later. But right now, we got a 5-minute time limit to deal with. Play around with it. Yeah, hey, at least the next video will be a little bit shorter. And trick. Actually, maybe you guys like longer videos. Maybe you enjoy it that much. Yeah. I know I do sometimes. When it's the same thing over and over, sometimes it's weird, but you know, there's different stages every time. It's just the same stage 4 times in a row. It's kind of like, But you know, it is definitely still enjoyable. And there was a line of rings I could have gotten on the right rail, but you know, it is not that important. It doesn't lose that many points. Bam. This 20 though, you gotta get this 20. This 20 is just like a gift. Right there, right in front of you. And yeah, I'm gonna speed by that because this time limit daunted me enough to not worry about that stuff on the right side. I'll do that stuff in hard mode probably. No promises, but I'm pretty sure I get all that stuff in hard mode. And woo, breezing through. Make sure you jump at the end of that, because if you go as fast as I did down that rail, when you get to the end, you'll fly between the 2 platforms and fall off and die. Fun fact, which you probably found out if you played this game before, if you fall into the abyss in this game, you basically light on fire as you're falling towards the earth. How fun is that? That's the way Shadow the Hedgehog died in this game. Backward spoiler. Backward spoiler. I don't know about myself sometimes. Take this guy out, cause he's a wuss. And bam. You don't even have to jump for those 2 rails, as you probably noticed as you did the Lost Chao. Oh, that was beautiful. Except for the part where I missed the Artificial Chaos the first time. That was embarrassing. Alright, rushing past this. Rushing and weaving through the rails. And alright. Not quite high enough if I wanted to do the shortcut, but I don't want to do the shortcut in the first place. And I definitely won't want to do it in hard mode, because you don't need a shortcut in hard mode. So that's that. That's that life story. Go down this rail. Do I have time to go over to the right side? Nah. Let's just skip that. Skip that, because this time limit is daunting, and we're gonna get close when we get to the end. We had 10 seconds for a crazy gadget when we got to the end of that one. I don't know if we're gonna have that much time when we get to the end of this one, but we'll see. We'll see if we're overestimating it or something. I'm pretty sure though. I'm about yay sure. You can't see how far apart my hands are. Forget it, forget it. We have about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. 182 rings. A little bit over 5,000 points. 5,500 points almost. And we're going down this rail. When you're going down this rail, you know you're a little bit over halfway through. Which you already knew by the time limit, but you know. Just thought I'd share that little thing with you. And spinning trick. Spinning kick. I wonder if these tricks all have names, or if I should just name them myself. And we still have time to get the light back here, don't we? Yes, we do. Slide up to this little spring here. Fun story, I would always accidentally homing attack the spraying right after getting up off of it. Anyone else do that? This is faster, by the way. Well, yeah, it's got faster, but also there's a life right here. So that's fun. That's a fun thing to do when you want a life and you want to spend some time. Don't go up there though, because that's obviously that's the spot where you first got the Mystic Melody for Sonic, with another Mystic Melody statue on it that brings you to, well, I don't think it brings you to anywhere important, but certainly doesn't help here, so. Alright, try to land on these rails. I'll show off later, and I already have shown it off in the story, I think. You land on those rails and grind down that way, it's quicker, but hey, we might as well show this way now that we're, you know, running out of time, but still. Basically, what that would have done, you would have grinded on rails, got to a special little rail that would have been that rail that's above us right now, that would bring you straight here instead of going the kind of out of the way route we took. It's not very helpful though when we're on a time mission that we might not. Well, 37 seconds? No, we definitely have enough time. So apparently I was rushing a little bit too much. I mean, we're gonna have about, I want to say 20 seconds, maybe 22 seconds. Let's see if I'm right. I predicted it. I predicted 22. Oh, I would have gonna be 22, but I kind of swung off to the left there. It was 21. So yeah, a little bit of time to play with, especially if you don't take the long way like I just did. Hey, at least I showed off the long way. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And join me next time when I do the last mission for Sonic's missions. That's not hard mode. I mean, that's not hard mode. That is hard mode. That is not the final stage. Words, words, words. Bye.